Giacomo Gianniotti, a.k.a. DeLuca from Grey's Anatomy, is waiting to chat with us, Roz.
So they killed DeLuca last week, spoiler alert, and I know I made a lot of people very upset when we talked about this, but it was huge news. It's huge news on the show when somebody who's involved so closely with Meredith Grey gets killed, because they've done this over and over and over again. I was upset. I know a lot of people are upset with me. Hopefully Giacomo can smooth things over.
Giacomo, welcome back to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Hello.
My heart, man, my heart is broken.
I know a lot of people's hearts are broken.
Was your heart broken?
Yeah, of course. You know, I've been on this show for 7 seasons now, and you know, we have like 12-hour days, and especially as my character has, you know, risen and become a larger part of the show. You know, I work so much. I spend more time with these people than I do with my own family. So, I mean, these people have become family to me over the years. The cast, the crew, the writers, everybody. I'm really going to miss being around all those amazing people telling these really great stories.
When did you find out that your character was no longer going to be on Grey's?
I found out a couple episodes into the season. Krista Vernoff, our showrunner, had called me in her office with Debbie Allen, our executive producer, and they just said, we wanted to talk to you and about some storylines we're exploring. And I was like, okay. And so they sat me down and they looked a little emotional, and I was like, what's going on, guys?
Oh, man.
And they were genuinely sad as well. You know, I think as a storyteller, you know, if you're a showrunner of a show, your job is so hard because even though you work with people for many years, become friends and all that kind of stuff, you have to remain that objective storyteller that doesn't get their emotions involved and always is fighting to tell the best story, regardless if it means losing a great friend to the show or, you know, whatever it is. So I think, you know, Krista just said, look, we worked the story a million different ways. We kept coming to the same conclusion. Like, this was the story we have to tell. And it highlights, you know, human trafficking, which is a huge issue. And we wanted to shed light on that. And it was a big storyline from the last season that got a lot of attention. So we wanted to continue it. We thought, you know, it's sort of like it's been a really difficult year for a lot of people with COVID, you know what I mean, all over the world, globally, and we've lost a lot of people, not just to COVID, but to other things. And you know, she also said this is a way for us to collectively grieve through a fictional character's loss as well, and help us process some emotions. So I thought it was a beautiful story. I think everybody did a really great job. And you know, I'm a young guy. You know, I'm just starting out my career. You know, this was a big break for me, you know, 7 seasons ago. But, you know, I'm just getting started. So I'm so excited to see all the things I'm going to do next.
When you're in that room, do you feel that there's any room to fight for the character at all? Or no, you just accept it and move on? I
mean, I just accepted it because I liked the story that we talked about. And of course, you know, I mean, like my big part and why I love Krista Vernoff so much as a showrunner is there's always that room for collaboration. I immediately had ideas. She immediately was wanting to incorporate those ideas and understand that I wanted to have a hand in the way my character exited the show. And I appreciated that.
Like, you can't say, why not Owen?
Hey.
Listen, we know on Grey's, and I don't think that that's even disparaging to say, because Grey's has a long history of killing off people's favorite characters. People die. You weren't the first to die. We know people are going to die, so there's no opportunity to say why not Owen, right? You're just like, that didn't come out.
Kevin McKidd is a Scottish treasure, I will have you know.
So are you. Maybe not Scottish, but everybody's a treasure, though. That's the thing with this show, is that everybody's a treasure.
But I will say, Giacomo, you may have an opportunity to kill off Owen if that is included in the episode that you are directing, actually.
Yeah, so actually today's my last day of editing on my episode that I directed.
Is it, huh?
It's been an amazing experience.
And so what do you do now? Because obviously the conversation is still, you know, is this the last season of Grey's? And I don't think even up to today anybody has given a definitive answer for that. Are you still in that loop, or are you now out of that loop?
They're still wrestling with it. Quite honestly, I wish I had more information to give people, and I've been doing a lot of press this week because of my exit from the show, and a lot of people have brought that up, and truly they don't know. You know, I think the powers that be would like this show to go on forever. It's such a, you know, fan favorite and success, but you know, at the end of the day, it has to come down to the creatives. You know what I mean? The Krista Vernoff, Ellen Pompeo, Shonda Rhimes. Like, do we want to keep making this show? Do we want to move on to something else? Have we told all we can tell? You know what I mean? Are we extending something too long? Should we call it when we're on a high? All those kind of ideas are swirling around, and they haven't made a decision yet. So.
And what about for you, Giacomo? Are you leaning more towards directing now? Is that something that you want to pursue a little bit more? Or are you looking at other roles? You want to keep acting?
Yeah, I definitely want to keep acting it. But I'm excited to just completely kind of reinvent myself and show people that I can do something completely different and jump into a completely different character's skin. So I'm just taking some time to weigh my options in terms of what I do next, as I want it to be quite different from DeLuca. And as for directing, then I've been working at this for many years to carve out a career in directing in Hollywood, and so to have this first opportunity to be on such a big stage is such a big honor, and I hope to keep doing it. And I hope it's a reason that can actually bring me back to Canada more, to be honest, because if I could come back to Canada more often to direct, I would be so happy. I miss home so much.
I can only imagine. DeLuca was just so good for Meredith. I upset a lot of people because I was just so in shock that they did you like that on the show. There's a lot of people here that because they felt I spoiled Grace for them, which I don't feel that I spoiled Grace for them. So I'm wondering if you could maybe ease the sort of tension between me and a lot of the people who love the show and also love your show. And I'm wondering if you could possibly, if I felt that if you forgive me, maybe they will forgive me as well.
Okay, but that you gave me that $400
Listen, man, what are you doing? Okay, don't do that.
The e-transfer went through, no problem.
Don't. It just cleared. Okay, it just cleared. I forgive you.
Thank you.
Giacomo Gianniotti, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to kick it with us once again on the Roz and Mocha Show. We appreciate you so much, brother.
So much fun with you guys always. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
This is Kiss 90.